So we regulate complex biologic products, including gene therapies, cellular therapies, blood products, and vaccines. Yeah, so most people take drugs is because they have a particular disease or condition that they're taking that particular drug for, whereas most of the time for preventative vaccines, we're trying to prevent something that somebody doesn't have. So we're not giving it for a given condition, we're giving it to prevent a condition, which means the mindset as we go about evaluating those is a little bit different because the tolerance for side effects is different than if you were taking something for a given condition. Because here, you probably have a very low tolerance, or people tend to have a low tolerance for side effects from something that's being taken to prevent something. So we work both in our own laboratories and with manufacturers to try to help the development of better vaccines. We do that by doing research, applied scientific research on how to make better cell lines, how to make better reagents to create the vaccines. We work with manufacturers to develop better manufacturing technologies, such as recombinant technologies. And then we work with them through the clinical development programs to try to expedite those using surrogate endpoints. Those are essentially, rather than using a hard endpoint like life or death, they use things like, have you developed an immune response? And then for very promising vaccines, they're eligible for things like our expedited programs where we can move them ahead to licensure more quickly. And then once they're licensed, we keep track of how safe they are by looking at large databases and making sure there aren't in excess of any type of adverse safety event that is occurring. I think what is just an economic reality is that manufacturers of vaccines have become smaller in number because the profit that one can have is somewhat lower or significantly lower, and the risk that one has from having someone being upset with some side effect from your vaccine is quite there. And so there's the risk-benefit calculations that go into this and the profit margin that goes into vaccine manufacturing. People have not found it anywhere near as attractive as, for instance, drugs for cancer or other illnesses where they can make a lot of money and they don't have as much risk associated perhaps with people coming after them for side effects. Shortages occur occasionally. They most commonly occur when there is an outbreak of an infectious disease where we have exceeded our capacity for manufacturing on a regular basis. One happened a year or two ago with yellow fever vaccine where there's a normal baseline amount of vaccine made and suddenly there was an outbreak and it was just not possible to make as much as was needed. Are they becoming more common? Maybe a little bit more common, and that's just because overall the number of people in the manufacturing arena is decreasing.